This is what it's like to be a goth in nature. Can you see where I am? Can you see me? Can you see me? Here I am, freezing. Welcome to the Broke Bat. I'm Queenie Black, still here in Montana, and I'm currently freezing again. It just was nice and warm yesterday, and now it is freezing again. Today I want to talk about black clothing against a natural backdrop. Mountain Goth Edition. I know this whole time I've been, but look at, this is living in Montana. Here comes the freaking sun. But I love it. Thank you for the sun. This is a field study from the very cold corners of Montana. There's something very different about being goth in the mountains as opposed to being goth in the city. It's for me, I have a whole different aesthetic. I love, like when I'm in the mountains, I like cold mountain aesthetic. Can you see me? Can you see the goth? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? How about now? So, because World Goth Day is coming up, May 22nd, I kind of wanted to talk about the different facets of goth and how important it is that there are no rules. They're going to tell you there's rules, there's no rules. It's like the traditional goth aesthetics were built for more like ancient European cathedrals and New Orleans at 1 a.m. Dark bass driven clubs where some dude named Blackthorn is smoking something illegally over there. And he's also the DJ, and he also is the bartender, and he makes some really good sliders. Meanwhile, here, so let's say like I went into town wondering if the tiny feed and seed / grocery store carried nail polish, black nail polish. They don't, by the way. But somehow it works for me. I acclimate. Amazon delivers everywhere. So if I need black nail polish, may take a couple more days, but it's all good. There's a piece to all of this. The mountains, they kind of strip away all the performative coolness. Or do they? Not for me. I mean, it's so funny because I think I'm dressing down from what I normally do, and then apparently I still stick out like a sore thumb. But that's just the way it is when you're like a peacock, an artist, when you're authentic. I didn't buy any of these clothes off of any special website. I thrifted a lot. I think I got this dress for $14.99 somewhere. And I just make it work because it's the way I want to look. It's not because of something I saw in a catalog or on a website or on Pinterest. It's funny because people will be like, nobody cares what you like out here. Just wear whatever. And I'm still like, well, I don't know about that. Because I don't want to wear whatever. You just adjust because it gets really windy and cold here. So it's like, I mean, even though people don't care that you're trendy, it's like, I guess when you just are living authentically and you want to look a certain way, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you have to be careful wearing certain things, though, like eyelashes. Because it gets windy and your eyelashes are going to blow off. It's going to be looks like a black butterfly flying away. But I can't escape being a peacock. Or maybe I'm not a peacock when I'm here. I'm a crow. Quack, quack, quack. The anatomy of a mountain goth. Old worn out hat. Ma'am. Ma'am. Really cool boots, like, that can get you through anything, which are Packer boots. They're really cool Western boots. I don't have any with me, but I have about 3 pair of them. I just bought another pair on eBay because I love them and they're very comfortable. I'll have to show them when I get home because I bought them on eBay and then I had them shipped home. Anyway, a good walking stick, nice flowy clothes. I like to wear belts too, like with around my dresses but I don't have one right now because, totally like Nicole Kidman in Cold Mountain. I love Cold Mountain. And my accessories have changed from spike collars to binoculars when I'm a mountain god. Fingerless gloves for no reason because my fingers are freezing right now. It just looks cool. So, yeah. I have dressed Western goth before. Like, I do like that aesthetic too. But my bestie, Scarlet Harlot, she does it way better. She's been doing it this has been her vibe for like 30 years. People say there's no such thing as Western goth, whatever. I mean, Fields of Nephilim, Sisters of Mercy, we're doing it. The Cult, we have heathen apostles right now. But like, there are people that totally have the Western goth vibe. So, but yeah, my bestie Scarlet Harlot is freaking gorgeous, and she's got mwah, she does it to a freaking T. So it's funny when I hear people say there's no such thing. I'm like, what? You must be new here. There's something uniquely humbling about buying black eyeliner in a town where everyone else is dressed for the elk season or for hunting deer. You walk into a gas station looking like a old Western funeral director. And then right next to you is a guy named Dale buying some beef jerky. Sometimes they don't bat an eye. Sometimes they look. But, I've never had anybody say anything bad. I think when I was here, when I used to start coming here, when my parents lived here, nobody had colored hair or anything, especially even in the town of Missoula. But now everybody does now there. Like, it's totally different than it used to be. So, nobody bats an eye now. But here, because we're outside of the city, yeah, it's a little different. In my experience, though, small town people, they don't always judge you outwardly. They absorb your existence. And then they're like, well, there she goes again, that old forest widow. But I respect it. It's me coming to a place where people live very differently. But I can't help bringing my own personal aesthetic because, and it's weird, like some people may think it's a costume, but it's not. Like, I just feel so comfortable wherever I go. Most of the time, I'm not super dressed up, though. The cool thing about it is you can wear a lot of layers and a lot of clothes when it's cold. I mean, if you don't have a good coat here in Montana, if your coat fails you, you're going to become part of the landscape. I think it really hit me when I became postmenopausal. and then other, changes that happen. But I want pine trees and cemeteries, and I want to see bears and deer. And oh, did you see that? That is my hummingbird friend. He comes and visits me every time I walk out the door. Do you see why I want to be here? Ooh, I got emotional for a second there. But I miss my suburban garden too. I miss my Wolfie, my little kitty, and I miss the garden that I've cultivated in my space, and all my birdies and my raccoons and skunks and the city dwellers. I miss that too. I could do both worlds, because after a while I like to go back home, you know what I mean? And then I want to come back here. If one day I disappear, it's because I went into the forest to dance with the bears. Goth was never supposed to make everyone identical. It came from music, art, emotion, romanticism, self expression, and creativity. And creativity would be a very strange thing to gatekeep. There are no rules to creativity. And there's no rules to being part of the goth subculture. I mean, okay, basic rule. Don't be okay? Have some knowledge about the subculture and the music. If you like to wear black clothes and you don't like goth music, you're not in the subculture, but you like the gothic aesthetic. And that's totally freaking okay. And I don't know when that didn't become okay for people to have a dark aesthetic without being in the subculture. I think one of the reasons is because we hold it very dearly. That's my boob. We hold what we've lived very dearly, and we have these amazing memories, but it's not going to erase it. Our memories will never be erased. Things change, and that's okay. And those of us in the subculture, we have a little tribe. So that might actually be another reason why we sometimes we get a little gatekeepy because we're not gatekeeping the subculture because it's always going to change. It's changed since I was 15 years old, 43 years ago. And it's always going to keep changing. I refuse to believe that a subculture built by artistic weirdos suddenly became emotionally attached to a mandatory belt that you have to wear or boots. Honest opinion, I hate those pickle-winkle, pickler dickler boots. The pointy ones, I've always hated them. I think they look like jester shoes. But that's my opinion. And if you wear them, cool. You probably think I look kind of ridiculous, but that's super cool. But that's what it's about. Individuality within the umbrella of our love for the music, the ideas, the art, embracing the misfits. That's what it is. Creativity would be a very strange thing to gatekeep into a tiny box. Some goths look like Victorian vampires, which I do. Some look like they run crystal shops. Some of us accidentally evolved into a haunted park ranger, which I am doing at the moment. Where's my Smokey the Bear? I would love my Smokey. But honestly, that is so beautiful. It is so beautiful to have all of these different ideas in under one subculture. So, I've said to the kids before to just chill out about all these rules. You're not goth if you don't. It's so different to want to be goth just to be in a spooky subculture as opposed to it just being a part of your lifestyle and you go on and you just live life and you do stuff but you're still a goth. Oh, I'm going to the grocery store now. I'm a goth. I gotta pay my taxes. Oh yeah, I'm a goth. You're wearing black. So happy World Goth Day, May 22nd. Um, we're totally normal people, but we just have different way of expressing ourselves, and we are artistic, and we like the dark side of life for some reason. It just happens. And I'm freezing. Okay, so it's starting to rain again. And now this is the end of my video. Have a good week. Remember, everything is always working out for you. Even when it's raining, there are sunny skies ahead. Remember to watch Portraits Without Looking on Friday. And happy World Goth Day on Friday. Bye.